How you doing, folks? It's Ron Grovis from Ron's Beers. I got a beer to showcase today. The beer we're showcasing is from Sierra Nevada, called Sidecar, an orange pale ale out of Chico, California. The owner of the founder of this brewery, and this looks like a fine beer here, fine ale, is Ken Grossman, Grossman. The name reminds me of many years ago. If you can remember, I don't know if in your part of the country, but in New England here, we had like Lowe's, Lowe's Home Improvement, we had a company called Grossman's, orange trucks, orange signs, and they were a good size. They were home improvement. You could buy anything for your do-it-yourselfer or a regular contractor, electrician, carpenter, plumber, sheetrocker. They had all the stuff that you would need. Like I said, their trucks were orange. And then coming down the road, it was coming to you, the front of the truck was painted, "Here comes Grossman." And then as it passed you on the back of the truck, they said, "There goes Grossman." I thought that was pretty unique back then. But anyways, I don't know, I just figured I'd mention that because the gentleman, Ken Grossman, his name is Grossman, and that was the name of the home improvement long before Lowe's and Home Depot and so forth. Okay, with that said, got that tangent for a while. Ken Grossman, he initially started in the 60s. I don't know if it was the late 60s or when, but he learned to home brew back then. He tinkered with it and liked to home brew and always wanted an interest in it. And he learned that from watching, I guess, one of his close friends. His father, one of his close friends' father, home brewed. And that was in the 70s. I mean, he started in the 60s what he wanted to do, but in the 70s, seeing one of his close friends' father brewing, he kind of learned a lot from that, and that really got the bug on him. In 1980, he started making small-scale batches. He actually had like a small-scale brewery, and it was based in Chico, California, where they are today. He took inspiration from the nearby mountains that are in there. I guess they're the Sierra Nevadas, because as you can see, this is what the name of the brewery is, Sierra Nevada. And I've heard a lot of good things about the brewery, and I'm dying to try this. I'm really excited because I'm really getting into the adjuncts of the fruits in the beers, and this sounds pretty interesting, kind of up my alley. And I will go back to what we were saying about the company here. In 1993, head brewer Steve Dressler, D-R-E-S-L-E-R, I hope I'm saying it correctly, Steve Dressler had the idea to produce a beer using 100% wet hops. That was not really how you really brewed beer. When I'm saying wet hops, you just picked it. They just picked those hops, and they just, as soon as they picked them, they're right into the brew. They're brewing it. They're using it up and making beer. In 2000, this brewery had they called Music in Our Blood. They had I don't know how this came, but I just read bits about it. It's a 350-seat auditorium. They hosted a live music, kind of like a festival in a way. They hosted country music, bluegrass, and regular roots music, which basically is Americana music. And they just opened it up and gave it a good music. I like music. I play instruments. Most of my kids play instruments. Okay, back to the beer. All right. In 2014, Sierra Nevada opened their second brewery in Mills River, North Carolina. So now we're on east of the Mississippi River. It'll be easier to deliver beers to New England area, the mid-Atlantic, and the southern states down there on the Atlantic coast. All right, we will talk about this beer. This Sierra Nevada, let's look at the bottle first. This Sierra Nevada basically is a 6.8. You can always pause your computer to read this. It's a 6.8% ABV. It's got 45 international bitter units. Let's try to stick one thing. I'm rushing. This is the bottle. See if we can see anything on here. All right, the words in the back. Like I say, you can always pause this to read. This is basically saying adding tangy orange to the classic style we pioneered didn't come naturally to us. I'm reading like a second grader. Well, you can pause this and read it. Basically saying our brewers argued over the perfect blend of bold hops and orange peel to create the best flavor and crisp drink. I'll go along with that. Well, like I say, you can pause this, and so won't waste much time on this here. The yeast in this, they use an ale yeast. Bittering hops is the Magnum. And the finishing hops is Crystal and Simcoe. The malts in this is 2-row pale caramel acidulated, and the adjunct in this naturally is the orange peel. Food pairing with this here, they say Father cuisine is the grilled salmon, Indian bray puree, which is puffed rice, salads of all sorts, and orange glazed chicken. Now, that sounds good. And the cheeses for this fine beer would be triple cream brie, Rich's cow milk cheese, excuse me, and the desserts would be marmalade, turnovers, and creme brulee. Now, I want to say about that, the bittering hops, the Magnum. The Magnum hops basically was released in 1993. In the 1980s, they went through producing that hop. And 1993 it was released. Magnum is a 12 point, because of the alpha in it, is a 12.5 to 15% on the alpha acids. It's a German variety. Basically, they're grown in the United States, but the German variety, it's grown in the USA. It's a high alpha with this here, 12.5 to 15%. The Magnum, it doesn't display any distinct aroma. I thought the characteristics of the hops itself, but it has a subtle spice aroma to it, and it's basically a bittering hop is what they use it for. All right, with no further ado, let us get a glass, and I seem to be going to this one quite a bit, but it's the closest one. It's an old glass I got many years ago. Pabst Blue Ribbon. We used to go up in Haverhill many years ago. We used to go up to a place in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and this was 25 cents for a Pabst Blue Ribbon drafter, right off the bar. 25 cents. All right. With no further ado, we got that. Let us get a bottle opener. All right, we got one here. An old 50 caliber turned into a bottle opener. It's a lot better being a bottle opener than the 50 caliber bullet. Just check the top. Sierra Nevada. A fresh seal cap. All right, let's open it up. See what we get for water vapors. Water vapors came out. And on this beer, on their webpage, I thought I read that this hasn't been released yet. To be released March 2018. My wife picks up all the beers. I'll have to question her on this. I didn't mention it to her, where she got it and how. I mean, she gets about shopping here and there, and picks up all the beers, at least 99% of them. Very rarely did I get the beers, and she picks some good brews, because sometimes I only pick what I like, or what I think I would like. She picks them all. And there's all kinds of styles that she gets and so forth. Okay, enough of that tangent. Let's get the drone up. Pretty well a small bubble. My mouth doesn't seem to be working correctly. a lot of small bubbles of different sizes. It appears to be a creamy head, but when you look at it from the side, it doesn't. It's just the way the camera angle is, I think. And I don't think it is a creamy head. Oh, we get the drone back down here. I didn't get any aromas from this, and it really shouldn't. I mean, the kind of hops that are in this, as far as the regular fermenting hops that you put in this, I don't think you get much. I don't know how the hops, they can say Magnum doesn't have, that's their bittering hops. The finishing hops are Crystal and Simcoe. I don't know what the aromas on those are, but enough talking of the aromas. Let me take a smell. No, it smells like a lager. Actually, it smells like a lager. Ale brewed with orange peel with natural flavors added, which would be the orange peel. Amazing. The smell I'm getting on this. It smells like a lager. Just like a lager beer. Those Pabst, Budweiser, Narragansett. Now it's kind of, maybe because it's a bit warm, and now it's smelling different. I can get the orange. Now I'm getting the orange. It's a pale ale. I think maybe the yeast in this, the ale yeast, is giving off some of this aroma. All right, enough said. The head is dissipating. Now for a sip. Salute. It is crisp. Far from being a lager, crisp. Ale crispness. It's definitely a pale ale. With a crispness, my mouth, crispness to it. With a crisp, the beer is crisp. Typical. This is a typical pale ale. The flavors that I've had many times before, not my favorite. By any means, I really am not a fond of pale ales. I'm on the other direction of lagers and stouts and porters. They're a bit sweeter. This does not come across sweet. The malt in this does not come out at all. When you smell it at first, it seems like a lager that's well balanced. As far as the malt in this, the two-row pale, I think that's dominant on this, definitely. The caramel isn't, it's not coming across as a sweet beer, but they balance it out so it's not too bitter. It is leaving a bitter presence on my tongue and top of my mouth, in the back. Which all pale ales do that I've had. If you're a pale ale drinker of any of the ales, this is well made, no doubt. They have brewed a good beer, and I like it. Like I say, it isn't the best, but I like it. Well, I won't do much more talking because I want to take up all the time talking about my likeness and not the crowd. What do you think? Stop talking? All right, you win. All right, I'll stop talking and wrap this up. So, this Sierra Nevada that's out there in Chico, California, should you want to go out there, it's 1075 East 20th Street in Chico, California. I'll give you the phone number, 1-530-899-4776. Again, 1-530-899-4776. Okay, I'll hurry this up, and then, is that what you all want, folks? Is me to end this now? Yeah, okay, I see. All right, calm down. Calm down, crowd. All right, so that's it, folks. Going to drink today. Be responsible. Be an adult. Don't drive. Visit the family. Ciao.